Picture this. A man bends over backwards for the woman he loves. He buys her flowers, plans the perfect dinners, cancels nights out with his friends just so he can be by her side. His life, piece by piece, is rearranged to orbit around hers. And then one day she looks at him with a calm face and says, "I don't feel the same anymore." In an instant, years of sacrifice vanish. It's not just the heartbreak, it's the humiliation, the drained energy, the realization that all that giving, all that effort meant nothing. That's the nightmare every man fears but few prepare for. And here's the brutal truth. Women are not loyal to what you do for them. They're loyal to something much deeper, something invisible. Unless you understand what that is, you will repeat this cycle over and over, no matter how much you give. So today I want to break this down in a way no one taught us as men. We're going to talk about why effort alone fails, the hidden psychology behind loyalty, the poison of neediness, the role of self-respect, and why true devotion comes not from what you give, but from who you are. Men are conditioned from childhood to believe effort solves everything. Study hard, you pass the test. Train harder, you get stronger. Put in hours at the job, you get the promotion. So when it comes to women, we assume the same logic applies. If I just give more, if I provide more, if I sacrifice more, she'll stay. But relationships don't run on that currency. Effort is visible, loyalty is invisible, and the two don't always match. If effort guaranteed love, half of the marriages in this country wouldn't collapse. Those divorces don't happen because the men stopped working, stopped providing, or stopped doing nice things. They happen because the emotional connection, the real glue, was gone. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert was 55, hard-working, reliable, never missed a bill, never missed a birthday. His wife never lacked for anything material. He thought loyalty was secured through consistency and sacrifice. But when she left, she didn't complain about money or gifts. She said, "I just don't feel alive with you anymore." Think about that. All the dinners, all the vacations, all the little acts of service, gone in a sentence. Robert fell into the trap most men fall into, mistaking activity for impact. He did everything for her, but he never created the emotional state that kept her with him. What women actually respond to. Here's the pivot. Women aren't loyal to your checklist of actions. They are loyal to the way they feel when they are around you. You could buy her roses every week. One man gives them from a place of calm confidence, and she feels cherished. Another gives them from a place of fear, hoping, pleading, silently asking her not to leave, and she feels smothered. Same gift, different energy. Because women don't respond to the act itself, they respond to the energy underneath it. This is why some men with very little money, very little material power, still inspire fierce loyalty, while other men who provide everything find themselves abandoned. It's not the act, it's the state you create. The silent killer, neediness. Now, let's talk about the poison that kills attraction faster than anything. Neediness. Neediness is invisible, but she feels it immediately. It's in the way you text too quickly, the way you hover when she's quiet, the way your gifts feel like bargains instead of love. When you give to get, when every dinner, every compliment, every sacrifice is secretly a trade for loyalty, you're not loving her, you're negotiating with her, and no woman wants to feel like she's locked in a contract. I worked with a man named Alex, married 12 years, successful, owned his own business. On the outside it looked perfect, but his wife was suffocating, not because of what he did, but because every gift came with invisible strings. She could feel the pressure behind every gesture. Eventually another man came along who simply made her laugh. He didn't buy her anything, but he gave her the one thing Alex never gave her, freedom. And that freedom felt like oxygen. Neediness doesn't always look like begging. Sometimes it wears a suit and pays the mortgage, but the energy is the same. I need you to validate me. I need you to complete me. And that energy slowly strangles attraction, respect over sacrifice. So if neediness destroys loyalty, what builds it? Respect. Not the respect you demand from her, the respect you hold for yourself. When you abandon your standards to keep her happy, you don't win her over, you lose her admiration. Think about the man who says yes to everything. cancels plans with his friends, swallows his opinions, tolerates disrespect, all in the name of love. At first it looks selfless, over time it looks weak, because a woman can't truly respect a man who doesn't respect himself. She may enjoy the convenience, she may stay for a while, but deep down she won't admire him. And once respect is gone, loyalty is on borrowed time. Leadership, not pleasing now. Let's go deeper. Respect sets the foundation, but what grows loyalty is leadership, not control, not domination, leadership. Women don't bond to men who orbit around them, constantly adjusting to keep them happy. They bond to men who have direction, men who know where they're going, and invite her along. Leadership says, "I've got this, you can relax with me." That's what allows her to trust. That's what keeps her loyal, not the man who begs for her approval, but the man who leads with calm confidence. The paradox of freedom. And here's the paradox, the part that flips everything on its head. The harder you cling to loyalty, the faster you lose it. Because loyalty is like sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. Women aren't loyal to men who try to cage them. They're loyal to men who are free within themselves. Men who don't need loyalty to validate them, but who inspire it naturally through their presence. That's why the man who checks her phone every night, questions her every move, and panics when she pulls away, loses her. Not because she wanted to leave, but because his grip suffocated her. Meanwhile, the man who has his own mission, his own standards, his own calm energy, he doesn't cling, and paradoxically, that freedom makes her choose him again and again. The final shift. So let's bring this home. Men waste years trying to buy loyalty through effort, flowers, dinners, endless sacrifice, and then they wonder why it slips away. Here's why. Women are not loyal to your actions. They're loyal to how they feel in your presence. Effort without the right energy is wasted. Neediness poisons attraction, even when it looks like devotion. Respect and standards inspire admiration. Leadership creates trust, and freedom, not clinging, is what makes loyalty endure. So stop asking, how much more can I give? Start asking, who am I becoming when she's around me? Because women don't stay loyal to what you do, they stay loyal to the man you are, the energy you carry, the respect you command, and the freedom you embody. Once you understand that, you'll never fear hearing those dreaded words again. I don't feel it anymore, because you'll know the truth. Love isn't earned by effort, it's sustained by presence.